Hello everyone. Once again, this is Rosito Orchestra, and today we will talk about the most commonly used queries in SQL and some of their variations. So, like for example, in the insert, there are at least I guess two different ways in inserting record in the database, or the how you would view the contents of your uh, tables using the select query. Okay, so we will do that today. We will be having a demonstration how to do it, how it will work, what will be the output, those queries. Okay, so to make it simple and clearer, so I will be using SQL or MySQL database. Um, I will use this MySQL command line. Okay, so I can never mind uh, the database I am using, although this is MySQL. This is a very old MySQL database. This is just 5.0, and I guess this is obsolete now. Marag na siya bago ata. I think it's MariaDB. So instead of MySQL, marag ang MariaDB ng bago karon nga SQL server database. Well, anyway, so again, ayaw pag-mine sa akong gigamit nga database system, but on the query itself, sabto nimo kung unsaon siya paggamit, kano siya sa gamiton, unsay iyang gamit. So never mind MySQL, but the SQL only, or the structured query language for most databases. Okay, so na-open na ako si MySQL using my password, and then say if naba ko database daan. Show databases is a command to display all the currently available database in MySQL. So for now, I have these four: information schema, MySQL, prudence, and test. So since nasa prudence, ang prudence na akong gamiton. But remember this: if you want to create a database, just type this command, create database, and then the database name. Like for example, sampledb. Okay, that is how you create a database. Just for a review, because I have do this in my previous discussion. Ato lang itry og balik para inyo makita on saan pagbuhat og database. By the way, I'm not comfortable with the current display. I guess basin dili nyo maklaro. So ato siyang try og ko. How about 36? So I guess that's okay. Okay, 36. Okay, let me show the databases again. So as you can see, nana diya si sampledb. And then if you want to delete that database, so just drop sampledb. Yeah, we forgot the term database. Suppose ato sa butang ano, okay. So in the first command, nag-error because wala siya kasabot kung unsa imong i-drop o imong i-delete or imong i-remove. So you have to include the word or the term database. So drop database and then the name of your database. Okay, show databases to check if na-drop na dyan, na-delete ba. As you can say, na-drop ang database nga sample DB. And then, for this discussion, akong gamiton nga database is Prudence. So, the command is use Prudence. Okay. So, it says database change. That means I am inside Prudence database now. So, let me check if there's a tables. Okay, so currently nasa isa ka book table, nasa student, and let me check if unsay fields sulod ni student nga table or entity. So I'll say describe or this. So I can do this describe student. So there are currently 3 fields or 3 columns in that student table. It has student ID, full name, and address, where student ID is an int data type, and then full name and address are on text data type. So my primary key is the student ID. Yes, and then you can also do this with a instead of typing the full describe word, pwede rin mo siya i-type as DESC and you can have the same result. Okay, so probably na si sulod si student. So let me check kung nasa sulod. Select asterisk from student. Oh, I forgot the word from. So select asterisk from student. Okay. So the first error, select asterisk student lang akong gibutang. Nag-return siya error. You have an error in your SQL syntax. And then, yeah, and then my error is actually because of my command is incomplete. Wala na ko siya nabutangan o word from. So supposedly ang kompletong command para sa select is select asterisk from students or from student. Kasi from at least ma-instruct nimo, matagan mo instruction si MySQL kung unsa nga particular nga table ang iyahang gamiton or iyahang kuhaan sa mga data or information na iyang i-display sa imong computer monitor. So, kay base og daghan kay og table. So, maglaylay og name, dapat na keyword ng from. Complete instruction query. Okay. So, let's start with insert. So we'll add a new data in our table student. So since dili ata automatic auto increment ang student ID, so we will be having this 3 insert into student values. So since na may 1 and 3, we will insert 2 So this is the insert command when you are going to add new record or add new row in your table. So currently we only have 1 and 3, Roseto and Rosette, and then nag-add kog isa with the ID of 2. So dapat kung ako na siyang i-select as asterisk karon, nanay 1, 3, and 2. Select asterisk from student. Okay. So as you can see, nadungag siya dito. Okay. Nanatay tulo ka estudyante. And then, ako pagid siyang buhatan og isa. Into student student ID. Full name. Address. For oh, come on. Okay, so my bad. Na tablokan ako ang arrow up. So nahitabo is nawala akong gi-type. So ako na lang sa i-retype. Okay, so this is another way of um, inserting an information or a data into your table. So pwede mo siya i-per column. Nganong inganaon man, sir, nga mo taas na noon kayo ang query. So the case is pwede man good nga imong i-specify kung unsa lang ang imong butangan nga column. Okay, so for example, in your ato siyang i-describe ang imong table nga student. As you can see, nasa default diri nga null. Then upon siya null diri, pwede siya i-null ang full name ug address. So in that case, pwede na to nga dili butangan og address. Pwede na to i-blanko ang address or i-blanko baka na to ang full name. So halimbawa, insert into student. Tapos ang ako lang ibutang is student ID since dili siya pwede manal. Tapos instead of butangan ako sa address, tama lang ako sa full name. So ang values na is 5. Tapos ang yung full name okay. So as you can see, wala na ko gi-appeal ang address, specific column, specific field, just the student ID and the full name. For the student ID, I have 5 as the value, and as for the full name, I have the Zero Center Orchestra as the value. So 5 is the value of student ID. So let us check kung ninggana ba siya. No, nakabutangan pag student ID 5 and the Center Orchestra ang yung name, but without address. So select asterisk from student. As you can see, nadungag ng student number 5, but ang iyang address nakabutang null. Null means empty. Wala siya sulod. That's the meaning of the word or the keyword null. Okay, so that is the main difference of having those two types of insert command or query. The first one is katong dili mo specify kung unsa nga column lang. So may insert into student values and then the full values. And then the second one is kung i-specify nimo kung unsa lang ang imuhang ah, butangan o content. Okay. And then, but anyway, pwede mo siya batunog yun ano insert into student values. So I have 6. So unsa na pud ganin? We have Rosito, Rosita, Rosito, Roseng, Rosinda. Sakto ba? Rosemary, 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 Rosemary. Okay. I don't know. Maybe. Ganyan. Okay. So, or male version of Rosinda, Rosindo. Okay. Okay. So, by the way, pwede pa nato sa inyo na yun. Still, I got a query okay, one row affected result. So, what will happen is it will still add a record onto your student table, but instead of having the word null in your address, purely yan lang, wala siya'y nakabutang nga null because dili siya null. Number 5 and number 6 has two main difference. Number 5 and number 6 has a major difference in address because number 5 is the real empty address. So kung nakita nyo din ha nga na ay null si number 5, si student number 5 na sa word nga null sa address, and number 6 student blanco, wala mo nakita nga null nga word sa iyang address, but ang tinuod diha nga empty or the real empty is number 5, which have the word null. Because sa number 6 nga nung dili siya empty, gibutangan siya og white space character. Katong atong gibutang ginang yun ana, it is considered as a white space. Mura siya isa ka space. Mura kag impress og isa ka space bar. Okay? Mura kag impress og space bar. That is kanang inig mo press kag space bar sa mong keyboard, ang tawag na niya nga character is white space. So it is considered as a character, one character equivalent to one letter or one number or one special character like asterisk, slash, ampersand. So white space is equivalent to that, equivalent to one letter or one number or any other character in your keyboard. So that means dili gyud blanco ang address ni number 6, naa siya white space. And that white space is considered one character. So dili siya pure nga blanco ang address ni number 6. The pure blank address is number 5, which has the keyword null. Okay? So, si computer na i-determine na butang nga diha ang null para mahibawan nimo kung asa gid ang tinuod nga empty, tinuod nga walay content, tinuod nga walay sulod, the real blank space. Because number 6 again has a white space. So by kung imo lang gid siyang lantawon, blanco gid siya, di ba? Wala kay makita nga address, wala kay makita nga name sa place. Yeah. But if we put it into computing, okay, so because this is about computer, about computing. So that is not an empty address ang number 6 because it has a white space character. A single white space character is equivalent to one letter or one number or one special character. Okay. So I guess or I hope nakuha niyo ang difference sa pamaagi sa pag buhat o insert query. Okay. So we will update. Ato sang i-update ang number 5 ug number 6. Update is to um, edit. Another term for update is edit. Atong i-change ang data na number 5 ug number 6 or information ni number 5 o number 6 student. Instead of null ang Rosenda and instead of white space ang Rosendo, we will give them an address. First, ito ang Tagalog address is si Rosinda. So, update student, the name of the table, student, and then which column ay mo iset. Update student, set address, since ang address mga tong butangan og sulod. So, for number 5, ato siyang ibutang sa tukuran. Where okay, then the use of where, this one here, is to give instruction to your computer, to your MySQL database, or to your database, kung asa nga particular nga record sa student nga table ang iyahang hatagan og address nga tukuran. Okay, kung wala na yung where student ID number 5, the result is tanang student sa imong student table iyahang himuon og tukuran ang address. Iyahan ang gikan sa student number 1 up to student number 6 iyang himuon og tukuran ang address. But di man na mo itong gusto mahitabo. Gusto mo na ito nga si number 5 lang ang mahimong tukuran. So ato siyang set using where student ID is equal to 5. So since wala may laing student diri nga ang ID is 5, si Rosinda naman, so kinira pong Rosinda orkestra mo iyahang hatagan og address nga tukuran. Okay. So ako siyang i-enter. It says query okay, one row affected, rows match 1, change 1. Rows match 1 meaning kining where student ID equals to 5. Ang resulta na niya is kining rows match 1. Nakita niya kung nga naay student ID 5. Tapos ingon siya change 1 meaning iyahan na set ang address into tukuran. Warnings 0 meaning walay error or walay mali sa kuang query. So atong i-check. So select asterisk from student. Okay. So as you can see, instead of null, nanay word nga tukuran sa address ni student 5. And ato na pong isit ang address ni number 6. So ako na lang siyang manion. Ang akong ihatag niya is Pagadian City. Okay. So rows match 1 kini, change 1 meaning kini, warnings meaning walay error. So ako sa pud siyang i-select asterisk nanakoy kompleto nga address sa tanan akong student. So yun ana ang update. And now i-try na to ang different select query nga kasagaran ginagamit. So atong ginabuhat karon is select asterisk from student. Ang ginabuhat niya is iyang i-display tanang sulod sa imong table nga student. But how about gusto lang nako nga specific. Say for example, gusto nako nga ma-display lang is student from Pagadian City. In our student table, ang naalang diha nga estudyante nga naay address nga Pagadian City is the student number 2, Rosita, and student number 6, Rosindo. So, dapat kana rin mo gawas or i-display sa akong database or sa akong query, sa results sa akong query. Kana lang si number 2 at number 6. So, how can we do that? So, inaanay siya. Select asterisk from student where address is equal to Pagadian City. Specify nimo kung unsang address. Ang iyang ihatag sa imuha is katora pong na estudyante nga naay address nga Pagadian City. Okay? So, balik na to. Select asterisk. So, pag select asterisk from student, tanan. Pero pag i-specify nimo, gamitan nimo where address is equal to Pagadian City, so kato pong mga taga Pagadian City nga i-display. Mamunang si 2 o si 6 lang yang i-display. Anong query. Then, if you notice, wala naka-alphabetical order instead of having the result in 1 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how about magsugod to sa 6? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the query is select asterisk from student order by student ID DESC, or the meaning of that is descending. Okay, so DESC is equivalent to descending. Select asterisk from student order by student ID DESC. Okay, so the first command nag-error kay na enter na ko and then naka full type na ko ang word nga descending, but in this query dapat dili nimo siya ibutang ang full word nga descending but just the abbreviation DESC. Okay, so as you can see, nagsugod siya sa Rosindo, student number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, pwede mo siya ma-manipulate. Or, instead of student ID, ato siyang i-arrange by, ato siyang ibalik sa original. So, this is the original arrangement. And then how about we do this, select asterisk from student order by full name ESC. What do you think will happen if we have this query? Select asterisk from student order by full name ASC. ASC stands for ascending. When you say ascending, if it is alphabetical, it's from A to Z. If it's alphabetical and we use descending or DESC, it would be Z to A. Since ASC ang butang, that means ascending, so probably mag-start siya og A to Z. So what will happen? Number changes nga nahitabo. Okay? So, as you can see, dili na 1 ang gaw na, but 5 na. 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, na-rearrange. Why is it nga na-rearrange siya? It is because of arranging your full name into an ascending order or manner. So, unsa ng ascending? If it is alphabetical, it will arrange the content alphabetically from A to Z. And then, since every first name or every name of the student start with Rus, so dito na siya dahil nagdaog sa after sa Rus, R-O-is. So, we have E and I. Mas una man si E. A, B, C, D, E. Kumpara ni I. So, muna nauna na si Rosinda, Rosindo, and Rosette. And then after that, ang yan na pong gilantawng arrangement is ang next nga letter. So, N is mas una siya ni kumpara sa T. That is why nagsunod na po ang Rosinda, Rosendo. And then, gitest na po niya ang next nga letter, which is D, D, and T. Mas una ang D kumpara sa T. And then, the last letter, A and O, between Rosinda and Rosendo, mas una man ang A nga sa alphabet, lahira man ang O. So that is why nga Rosinda ang una. Because as it tests the per letter, Rosinda mo perminti una ang iyahang mga letters sa alphabet. If it's A, S, C. But how about kung ato siyang himon og D, A, S, C? So this, dili na po ni siya 5 ang maguna. Probably. Let's try. Okay, so dili na po Rosinda ang naguna. So kabaliktaran na. So si Rosito na ang naguna. So naman siyang 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 5. So gyarens na po niya pabali. Gikan siya lantaw sa Z. Z to A. Because descending man. So you have now 3. Select asterisk. 4. You have select asterisk. You have select asterisk with specific column, according to specific column, like select asterisk from student where address is equal to Pagadan City, so specific lang ang katong mga taga Pagadan City ang i-display. Then you have this order by, select asterisk from student, order by ID, ascending and descending, arranged by order by full name, ascending and descending. So those are some of the most commonly used queries for select. And then we also have this select asterisk from student, limit 1, 3. So select asterisk from student, limit 1, 3. So maybe ako sinibalik o ano para So the differences, the query below displays all the content of student table, while on the query above it says limit 1, 3. So both pasabot na niya is I will start the MySQL database will start displaying a record after the first record. So masya between after the first uh, after the first record, and then tulo. Bali, mo display siya og tulo, kining 3 din hiya, meaning niya is tulo ka record lang ang iyang i-display, pero magsugod siya og fetch sa record, o magsugod siya og display, or ang iyahang i-count is after sa 1. So, ang 1 dili niya include dito siya sa 2, 3, and 4. So, tulo ka record after sa 1 limit. So, kung ana day sir, kung 3. So that means wala kay gisit kung asa siya magsugod. So automatic gifetch niya pinakauna taman sa ikatulo. Since limit 3 lang ang imong gibutang, atong gibutang kumpara ni sa babaw, nga nagbutang kog limit 1, 3, meaning ang record nga i-display is after 1, that is 2, and then tulo ka buok ang iyahang i-display. So 2, 3, and 4 mo nang ato ang result ni 2, 3, and 4. And then on the query below, ako lang siyang gihimong limit 3. So automatic gisabot ni MySQL nga ang ako ang gusto i-display is from the first record to the third record. That is why 1, 2, 3 ang i-display niya din ha. So from the very first record or first row in your table student, mo iyang i-display taman sa ikatulo nga record. So that is why 1, 2, 3 instead of 2, 3, 4 using this limit method compared to this limit method. Okay. Kung nakabantay mo, if you are openan mo Google, pag na mo i-search sa google.com, daghan kasi result, right? Daghan siya result, and sa baba niya na siya nakabutang ito ng mga numbers, mga pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Yung pila ka page ang result nga gihatag ni Google sa imuhang gi-search. So those pages, it contains a set or a number of results. So for example, every pages has 10 or 15, maybe 15, I guess 15 links. So mura to siya og pareha ani nga concept ni select asterisk from student limit 3. So every time mag-click ka og next nga button, so mag-display na po siya another 3, another 3, another 3, so on and so forth. So muna siya concept. Bali mo na siya concept sa limit. So, pwede mo siya button o pareha sa Google nga nakay button sa baba, nakay navigation. Navigation ang tawagan na niya, ano na yung mga numbers or pages. So, navigation or pages. So every pages has different result because of this very simple query. So somehow yun na ang iyang concept, anong limit. Especially kining limit 1 to 3 because pag next ani niya dili na po na siya 1, 3. Siguro mag-start na po ta sa 5, so akong ibutang na po sa input is 4. So for example, sir, kung imo na siyang buhaton dag 0 unsa day resulta. So yung na ang resulta, i-apply niya ang 1. And then gusto na po ko nga i-display na po niya ang 4. So magsugod na po ko sa 3. As you can see, then magsugod na po ko og wala naman dito record. Tama naman sa 6. So yun na mara siya og pages na dayon pag-abot dito sa inyong Google. So first page ang na-display lang is si student 1, 2, 3. Second page na-display si 4, 5, 6. So limit. 3 students per page. Okay. First, 0 up to 3. Next, 3 up to 4. 3 up to 6. Rather. Diyan na siya. Ang limit. Mas purpose na limit. Okay? So, I guess na nasabtan. Anyway, this is a recorded video man. So, pwede nyo ibalik-balikon og lantaw ang mga queries. Ang sample query. Pwede nyo sa review. Okay? But if you are having a hard time understanding the concept or the thought of these queries, kung sa iyang bot ipasabot, pwede nyo siya i-comment. Just leave a comment in this video. Somehow, if kaya na ko tubagon ang inyong inquiry or inyong mga pangutana, so I will be replying to your comment, or I will create another video na related atong imong question para atong siya mas ma-explain, mas matubag pa nato siya. Okay. For the delete, there's just only 2 query for delete. That is, the first one is delete from student, which will delete all the records. And then, so, but I will not do that kay ato pa siyang gamiton. And then the other one is delete from students, student, where, and then the specific role. Like, for example, in this, we have the student ID sa primary key. So, pwede nito sa imo yun na. For example, if you want to delete student number 2, so mo lang muna siya ang kuhan. Ang delete. Or maybe you can set a condition. Like, delete from student where student ID, instead of student ID, you will use address. Address was to, for example, Dumalinaw. So, in this case, all student nga Dumalinaw ang address is ma-remove. So, if you have, let's say for example, you have 100 records already. So, naka 100 estudyante na butan sa mga database, sa mga student table. And in that case, na specific nga roles. Let's say for example, all student coming from Dumalinaw is would be removed from the enrollment because ato silang ibalhin dito sa satellite campus. Maybe if the Eastern Mindanao College of Technology main building is in Pagarian City, and it has now a satellite campus in Dumalinaw. So maybe antong student nga instead na enroll sila dire or na ilang list is na dire sa main campus nya wala sila dire, na sila sa Dumalinaw. So i-remove na to sila dire sa atoang list. Ato silang ipabalhin sa list dito sa Dumalinaw as student of the satellite campus. So bali, for example, ingnan ang scenario. So kung imo na siyang na-add so you will do this. Instead of, so for example, out of 100, you have 30 students from Dumalinaw. Isa sa unton mo pangitang ilahang student ID, which is dili lang ra ba kay tagsa ka number ang ilang student ID, daghan man din na. So for example, na 5 characters or 10 characters baka ang student ID, na mabalaw ka og isa-isa o buhat sa query. So what if imuha siyang i-by address? So all Dumalinaw will automatically be deleted from your database table student using the where address Dumalinaw. This one. Okay. So you have saved time. So pag magbuhat na ka og system pohon, ina na dapat imuhang huna-hunaon. Sa imong delete ba, mas maayo bang nasa choices kung i-delete niya per student ID or i-delete niya by full name or delete niya by address. Okay? So by group na siya. Okay. So I hope na kuha, nasabtan. At dili sa nako sa i-perform ang delete since napatay buhaton sa atuang data. Okay. How about mabalik ta sa select. Gusto nako i-count ang mga student per address. Tanan kung pila ka buok estudyante sa Infotech nga gikan og Pagadian City, number of student nga gikan sa Dumalinaw, number of student nga gikan sa Labangan, Tukuran, etc. So, sama na to na siya pag ihap. Pwede na to yung select, count, asterisk. Asterisk means all. Okay? So, asterisk means all. I-count niya tanan. Select, asterisk, count, select, count, asterisk from student where group by address. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 result. Ang atoa diha is pila man yun na kabok ang kuan na we have Labangan, Pagadian, Dumalinaw, Tukuran. So 5 address. But okay, so sakto. We have 4 result. But wala ta kibalo kung unsa na siya nga lugar. So bali atong i-modify ato ang query. Instead of just select count, ato na po na yung ibutang dali ang address. Okay. So, i-display niya gapil ang column nga address nga mo itagiya ana ang account. So, ang address, ang iyang total count, ana ang display. Okay. As you can see, Dumalinaw, we have 1, Labangan, we have 2, Pagadian City, we have 2, Tukuran, we have 1. So, we can modify. So, address, count asterisk, using this keyword, group by address. Imo siyang i-group by address. Imo siyang i-count na dayon. I-group nimo siya by address, tapos i-count nimo kung pila ka book member per group. Group 1, Dumalinaw, pila ka book member. Group 2, Labangan, pila ka buok member. Money purpose account. Group 3, Pagadian City, pila ka buok member. Okay? Group 4, Tukuran, pila ka buok member. So, gi-count niya ang member per group. And we have 4 groups. Dumalinaw, Labangan, Pagadian City, and Tukuran. Because we constructed the MySQL server to group the result by address, and with that group dapat ihang i-count. How about gusto ta nga daily count ang na dinhi but total? So we'll use alias as total. Okay. So this is another query. Instead, compare na to ha. So, first query, address and count. That is why address and count ang nanggawas sa column. But in our second query, address count as total. So, ang result, address and total na dili na count ang nabutang diri, unlike diri sa babaw. So nahimo na siyang total. Gihatagan tog alias or angga ang column sa result. Okay, so we have group by address. Okay, so I think that's it for today. If you have questions, just like what I have said a while ago, for questions and inquiries, just comment it in this video para to siya ma-replyan, or we can make a follow-up video para matubag na tong inyong mga pangutana kung namoy wala ginasabtan aning atong gi-present karon nga mga structured query language na the most commonly used SQL query. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much.